Welcome folks, today's tour is of the new neighborhood Anabelle Island, which is in the Lake Asbury area of Green Cove Springs. So here you have the opportunity to build from scratch if that's what you want to do. There's also about 5 or so homes that are ready to go that if you purchase now, you can get an interest buy down if you close by the end of the year. So that's a way to get savings on your monthly payment. Now, I don't normally talk about prices and stuff in my tours because those change, but since this is a new neighborhood, I am going to talk about the price a little bit because I'm going to be updating this in about 6 months or so. So right now, the houses that are ready to go, they are ranging in the high 300s and they go up to the mid 400s. So you're looking at sizes of 1900, 2100. The biggest one is almost 2,600 square feet. If you want to start from scratch and build from scratch, you have an option of almost 1,300 square feet, and it goes up to over 2,700 square feet. As far as amenities, this neighborhood, you're going to have a cabana, you're going to have a pool, and these have already started to be built. So it's not going to be that long of a wait for these. You are going to be in an HOA neighborhood. You know, you have the amenities. The HOA runs about $95 a year. There are CDD fees, and those run about $1,800 a year. And those are actually seem to be pretty cheaper than some other neighborhoods that have CDD fees. Now your schools, the public schools are close by there's Lake Asbury Elementary, then there's Lake Asbury Junior High, and then there's Clay High, which is a little bit farther out. But in a few minutes, I'm going to go over their locations, show you on the map where those are so you have a better idea. So just a little bit, there's tankless water heaters in here, there's gas ovens, energy feature savings. If you have questions or if you're looking to purchase a home here, reach out to me. You can call or text the number that you see on your screen. I can help you with new construction. You don't have to go at it alone. I can be there with you when you sign the contract, go through the building process, if that's the route you're going to go, if you want to buy one of the homes that are available, and get that rate buy down, because in today's market with the interest rates being a little over 7, that can really help you save some money on your monthly payment. So don't hesitate, reach out to me. Of Anabelle Island, which is in yellow, and this is the Lake Asbury area. Can you see where my little pointer, it's not really a pointer, is moving around? This is the Lake Asbury area. If you come out of Sand Ridge and you go to your right and travel down here, you'll see these 2 reds. Those are the dots for the schools. This one is for Lake Asbury Elementary, And this one is for Lake Asbury Junior High. Then the high school, I know I'm moving fast. Okay, is right here. This is Clay High School. This is what it's zoned for. And I know I zoomed out really fast. So here's an idea of the neighborhood, Anabelle, and the high school, Clay High. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, and I also want to show you where, if you are a member of the Naval Base, here is NAS Jax right here. It's in blue. And I'm going to zoom out. Okay, and here you go. This is Anabelle Island. And here is the base. So there's a couple ways you can go. If you come out, you could hit 209, which is Russell Road, and you can slide down here, hit 17, and then go north, which will take you through Fleming Island here, take you through Orange Park, and then up here is the base. So drive time, I would probably give yourself a little bit, you know, it's probably at least 35 minutes, depending on what time of day you go. Then the other way is, see how you could jump on Russell Road, take your left, you come down or come up to Henley, then take Henley out to 220. 220 will take you to 17. If it was me, I would take Russell Road to 17 and hit it that way. Now, as far as Lake Asbury goes, at one time Lake Asbury, people were like, oh, I don't want to move here because it's so far. You know, there's nothing out there. I lived out there for 6.5 years, and yeah, it was a little bit farther, and I had to drive a little bit farther to get to certain stores, but I didn't mind. I liked it. Now it's become a construction zone. I don't want to play with you. It is kind of like in that ugly stage. Once all these neighborhoods are built out, and there's a bunch that are building, and the road work is done, it's going to be much, much nicer. So if you hop on, and you're going to see, when you're on Sand Ridge and you're going close to Rolling Hills, you'll see the overpass of the toll road, which is 23. And then when you hit Henley, you're going to also see the overpass. And that's 23 also, the toll road. And they're building a ramp. So once that's built out and 23 is done, you'll be able to jump onto 23. And I know people don't want to pay tolls, and I don't want to pay tolls, but it's a lot less traffic because people don't want to pay tolls. And this is going to get you to St. Johns County super, super fast. Once it's done, it's going to be years before it's done because, you know, they have work going towards St. John's that they're working on. But once that's done, you'll be able to jump on to 23 right there. But what many folks do, and I think many folks take Russell Road to hit 17 to come up, because here, as we're moving up, this is 295 right there. And I've lost my pointer, but this is 295. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see where Jacksonville, downtown Jacksonville is. So here's downtown Jacksonville. So 295, if you're going to be going east over the river, you'll take that right. Or if you're going to go this way and stay on the west side, Amazon, there's many Amazon locations. The airport is up here farther north, off of 95, like Pecan Park area. Now, as far as shopping in Lake Asbury, let me show you that. There are 2 gas stations. So if you come out here, there are 2 gas stations. There's a Winn-Dixie shopping center, and there's a Winn-Dixie there. Food eateries, Dalton's Sports Grill, They're kind of, their food, you know, burgers, wings, things like that. It's really, really good. Oh, there's a Winn-Dixie. There's also a Subway in there. There's Baptist Primary Care being built too. Oh, and a McDonald's. I tend to forget McDonald's because they haven't been there too terribly long. It is kind of weird to see McDonald's there, but a lot of people love it. You also have, there's a dentistry place here. There's a daycare as well. So right in this area, you'll see some office buildings. Now, you can also hit, you take Henley to 218. So if you go west, that's going to take you to Middleburg. It changes to Middleburg pretty quickly. Some people think that Lake Asbury is Middleburg, and it's not. And you keep following 218. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. I don't want to bore you either. But if you go here, this is Blanding and this is Middleburg, so you're going to find another Winn-Dixie Publix. There's also some fast food places, some restaurants in Middleburg as well. You can also travel. Let's go back to Lake Asbury. And if you take Henley, see Henley, Russell Road, if you keep going on Henley, go to 220, more gas stations. If you go straight on Henley and go to Blanding, then more gas stations, some restaurants, shopping. You're getting to Orange Park over here. And then you have even more food choices. Fleming Island is over here. See it? Fleming Island, right? That's Fleming Island. Then you have more food choices, grocery stores. There is a movie theater. There is a hospital, Baptist Medical. It was just like an ER, but now they've added to it and added rooms, so it's now opened up to a lot more. There's also a St. Vincent's Hospital. Let me take you back over here. See where the Walmart Supercenter is? The St. Vincent's Hospital is there. I apologize, I do have a cold, so I just sniffled. My favorite park in the area is Ronnie Van Zant Park. So here it is in green. That park, I'm going to include some pictures of the park, and I also have a video that I'll have at the end of this video, a link to it so you can get to it that way. There's tennis courts, basketball, volleyball. There's a huge playground that's new, well, fairly new, not too old, that they've totally redone, added a lot of cool things. There's even one where you do some musical instruments, playing it. It's kind of neat. Lots of things to run for kiddos to run around on. There's a pond, and you can fish there if you have a license and a kid. So it's not like just anybody can go fish there. Lots of ducks that hang out around the pond. There are trails that go back through the woods here. And there's also frisbee golf that's through here too. A lot of people are playing that. Pickleball, which seems to have gotten some popularity in the past couple years. They have that at the tennis courts. If you like to do the geocaching, there are a couple in here. I tried to find one, I didn't find it yet, but there are a couple of those. So if you like to do that, you could, in the trails, you could ride your bike, or you could walk. It's a nature trail. It's not paved, so it would be difficult for people with wheelchairs to get back there. You could definitely try, but there's a lot of roots growing through it, so it would make terrain a little difficult. But that one is a really nice park. It's really close, super close. And, you know, yeah, the neighborhood does have some playgrounds in it as well. But I would totally recommend, if you want to get some exercise, to head over to Ronnie Van Zant Park. Okay, so I promised you some pictures of Ronnie Van Zant Park. So here's a few of these so you can get to know it a little bit. And I'm going to, at the very end, I'm going to have a link to the video that shows all of Ronnie Van Zant Park so you can see the whole thing. Hope you enjoy. Check back for updates. Since the new construction neighborhood, I'm going to update this probably about every 6 months or so as construction continues. Next up is the link to Ronnie Van Zant Park, so don't forget, check that out as well.